Hello guys and welcome to World of Tanks Tactics number 3. Today we are driving T-32 in Murovanka. I'm playing with Pointy in his KB4. In Murovanka I never like to go to this magic forest here, because there's no cover there at all. It's only bushes and trees, and when you get spotted you die, and I don't like that. I like to always have some actual cover. The middle, don't like it too much. I sometimes go there, but I prefer to go there a little bit later in the game, when there's not tanks shooting from you to you at from every flank. So two line it is always for me. You have some heals for cover there, and well, it's usually a good spot to go in any tank. You can always do something there. Or with some light tanks, well, you do a different thing with light tanks. And well, T-32, an excellent example of a hull-down tank. And heals are always good for hull-down tanks, because you can cover up your hull very easily, especially with tanks that have gun depression. Oh, and T-32 has some gun depression, very good gun depression. As you can see from here, I can easily shoot the IS-3. Unfortunately, he gets lucky and hits my cupola, the only place he could penetrate me from that angle. And he actually gets even more lucky that he actually hits it in the right spot and does penetrate by snapshotting it. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Anyway, there's an Hellcat coming. I take one shot at him because he's showing his whole tank, and he tries to shoot me. But as you can see, from his perspective, I am hull down, and he can only shoot my turret, and he will never penetrate that. So now that he is dead, we concentrate on shooting the other tanks. Super Pershing is on his side, always good spot to shoot Super Pershing. Much easier to penetrate than anything on the front. I just pick any target that I can shoot at, because right now only thing they can see of me is this part, my turret, and they will never penetrate that unless they get lucky like the IS-3 did. But the problem is, if I go any more forward, they will be able to see my hull, and I don't like that, because they will be able to penetrate that. So that's why I stay back as much as possible and just shoot anything that I can, like the side of the turret of an IS. That will always penetrate with this gun, even though this gun doesn't have the best penetration. With shots like these, you will always penetrate if you hit the spot that you're aiming for, and that you're aiming for the right spot, of course. Another shot on the IS, and now he's one shot away from dead. And unfortunately, the killing shot hits his gun mantle and doesn't do damage. Here you can see actually, so Pointy had to go all the way up here to have enough gun depression to shoot the guys here. T-32 has much better gun depression. I don't actually have to go any further than this. I can even stay at the slope, only show my turret, and easily shoot them. And then just go back, and they can do nothing about it anymore. Like this. Shoot the track hunter, go back, they can't hit me. Come back when I'm close to done to reloading, and then aim, shoot again, and then go back. KB4 on the other hand can't do that. He has to stay in the open, get shot, and take shots at enemies. I finish off the IS, and the well, Pointy at this point said, well, I'm just gonna go for them, because he gets just shot at the on top of the hill. Well, he does get shot there too, but at this moment we thought this was all of the tanks that the enemy had. And well, if you noticed, I stayed the whole time, I stayed hull down, kept moving back and forth, and I only got shot by the IS-3, and that was at the beginning. Well, I did get shot by many tanks, but only the IS-3 did damage to me. And that way I am almost full health at the moment, while enemy has only a couple of tanks left. Unfortunately, we didn't know this sooner, and Pointy went a little bit too far ahead, and well, he will be dead soon. So, in theory, enemy has the advantage on this flank now. They have a tier 8 TD, tier 8 heavy tank, and tier 6 heavy tank also. But this Jack Panther wasn't too smart, staying at the open, so I got 2 shots at pin 3, and the last killing shot again doesn't do any damage. If you notice, I'm still staying hull down, just in case. Only a little bit part of my tank is showing, and that is target. And in a case that the Tiger 2 or the KV-1S shoots me, they will hit my turret and don't do any damage. I finish off the Jack Panther, and I almost had forgotten about this KV-1S really. He didn't shoot me, so I'm thinking that he's reloading. I do 0 damage again. And KV-1S was shooting cold ammo, so he's not that smart. I take 1 blind shot at him. I'm not scared of getting shot by him anymore, so I move forward, but unfortunately Tiger 2 was spotting me also, and I didn't know that. I take a snapshot at him and luckily penetrate. I'm not sure what I hit there. I decide to finish off the KV-1S, so he doesn't annoy me on the flank anymore. Now it's only Tiger 2 left. Again, staying hull down. This is what the Tiger sees of me. As you can see, it's only the turret really, and you can see how small target that is. But even if he does hit that, which he can with this gun, he will just bounce because it is 300mm stick and well, it can only be penetrated at the cupola. The Tiger 2 is angled really well, so I decided to switch to cold armor right now so I can finish him off. Because the ISU hasn't been spotted yet, and I was kinda worried that he might be sniping from J1, so that's why I wanted to kill the Tiger 2 first, so nobody would be spotting me. But actually, that will be it for this replay. At the beginning of the match, always destroy the stuff at your base if possible. Usually in most maps that's the only cover in your base, so if you destroy that and the enemies are capping later on, it will make your life a lot easier when you need to reset the cap. But being hull down is the most important thing about this video, and that's what I'm gonna talk about next. Being hull down is essentially hiding your hull and just showing your turret. Especially useful in T32, because it has a very strong turret, one of the best in the game, and very good gun diversion, and hard to hit cupola. Because cupolas will still be a weak spot in the turret, usually in most tanks. Find a hill or an obstacle that you can hide your hull behind, easier to do in a T32 because it has gun depression, so you can use the hills as cover and just use the gun depression to shoot down at your enemies while they can only see your turret. Always keep moving a little bit so they can't hit your weak spots. Take quick snapshots if needed, but usually you do have some time to aim and aim your shots carefully and wait for the aiming circle to get smaller so you will hit the enemy. Which is very useful to do in a T32 because it doesn't have that great accuracy and not, well, it actually has awful penetration on its gun. And another thing why you should keep moving is that artillery won't be able to hit you as easily. Artillery doesn't like to shoot moving targets, so that will discourage them to do so. Another advantage of being hull down is that actually enemies don't like to shoot you because they can only see your turret, and if they have another enemy that's showing all of their tank, even if it's harder to penetrate, they will most likely to shoot him instead of you because you're a smaller target and that's harder to hit, of course. You should have a couple of annotations on the left side of your screen. Click on them and it will jump the video on some part where I'm hull down and explain a little bit more about it. Next we will take a look at the battle results. So that was on victory, 34k credits received and 10,130 experience, but that was with 5 times XP for the first victories during the second anniversary. Without that it would have been 2000, which is still very good. And that earned me an ace tanker and yet another hunter. In team score, it is interesting to notice that our flank did really well. Tiger B and KB4 were there with me and we all finished in top 4, so actually a good team that time. In detail report you can see that potential damage received was 3200, which is over the double of the HP of the tank, which is always good. I've had a lot more than that. Sometimes with this tank most have been about 10k, so if play properly Hulldown, this tank is really hard to kill. If you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like and comment on the video, and I hope to see you guys next time.